couldn't let such a thing go unanswered for. My child had the misfortune to be the one they set their sights on, and now you wish me to help them punish him? God save me, I will never do that.
For 14 years, I have been content to sit back and let your progressive methods go unchecked. Well, they are in opposition to my own views. Children are not toys and must be handled with gravity. I thought that the intelligence and grace of one parent would take the place of serious principles in the other. I'm not blaming you, Fanny, but do not stand in my way as I seek to repair the damage that we have both done to our son.
I'll stand in your way so long as there's breath in my body. Melchior will be lost in a reformatory. True criminals may do well. I don't presume to speak for them, but our son will wither and die if we send him there. Surely as a plant does out of the sun. I have done nothing wrong, and I thank God for showing me the best way possible to raise our child in good character and noble thought. What has he done to deserve such awful things? And why am I his last line of defense? You may know better. You may even be theoretically correct, but I will not stand by while he is taken to his death.
It is out of our hands, Fanny. That is the risk we took. And now he who is too weak to soldier on will be left in the ditch. There is nothing to be gained from avoiding the inevitable. God save us from such a thing. Our duty to Melchior now is to support him in correcting his behavior. I don't think you're taking this seriously, brushing it off too lightly when it has shown a deep flaw in his character. That is not your fault. Women are not qualified to judge such things. Only a person of the most depraved, corrupt nature could write what Melchior has written. None of us, you, I, are saints. But Melchior's writing does not display an occasional misstep, but a horrifyingly clear disregard for basic human principles and decency. It shows a natural disposition of immorality for immorality's sake. I'm afraid it points to a term that we use in the business to describe lawyers: moral insanity. Whether this can be rectified, I cannot say. But if we are to keep our own consciences clean, then now is the time to act with swift determination. Let's not fight anymore, Fanny. I understand how hard this is for you. He does have a warm quality that you yourself have. But now is the time to be strong, be selfless for your son.
God save me. Only a man would say such a thing. Use such heartless words to describe the destruction of youth. I have diligently guided Melchior since he was born, and now you are going to put all of this misfortune on me? Tomorrow, if a load of bricks were to fall on you, and you awoke to a friend, your own father, with his foot on your chest instead of digging you out, what would you feel? I am Melchior's mother, and I will not stand by while you all beat him down. The notion doesn't even bear thinking about. That he wrote that essay is the most glaring proof of his innocence and good-heartedness. If only you would see it. Only someone with no knowledge of human nature and who still believes in the innate goodness of his fellow man would freely put such words on paper. You must be a soulless bureaucrat or an extremely narrow-minded man to find moral corruption here. Say what you like. If you send Melchior to a reformatory, I will leave you and do what I can on my own to help him. I would never see him again. He cannot be so vulgar, resigned to dwell in the mud. And with Morris's awful example to follow, I can see him now. His young, cheerful laugh, his fierce, courageous nature that sees the good in the world. I cherish it as my highest good. God, strike me down if there must be atonement. I take the blame on
This morning, a woman came to me, so distraught that she could barely speak, with a letter in her hand. A letter to her 14-year-old daughter, which she opened from curiosity. In this letter, Melchior tells the child how he cannot stop thinking about her and what has happened, how he has done her a great wrong, and so on, and how he is willing to accept responsibility for whatever outcome. He was already formulating plans, saying that his future expulsion would help rather than hinder them on their way to future happiness. Such drivel.
Impossible.
It could be a forgery. The expulsion is publicly known throughout town. I have not spoken with the boy myself. But look at the handwriting and the phrasing used.
So shameless.
It is.
No. No, never.
If only that were so. The woman desperately asked me what she should do. I told her she should not let her daughter go climbing into haylofts. She left the letter with me. If we were to send Melchior to another school where he would not be under our supervision, then in another 2 or 3 weeks there'd be another incident, another expulsion, and then one of his cheerful laughs and courageous nature. So tell me, Fanny, what should be done with the boy?
Reformatory.
The...
Reformatory!
There he will be given what he was denied at home. Solid discipline, rules, and a moral standard which he must defer to in all circumstances. Moreover, the reformatory is not the place of fear that you make it out to be, Fanny. They emphasize a good Christian way of thinking and feeling. The boy will finally learn to do what is good instead of what is interesting, and to follow the letter of the law. This morning, I received a telegram from my brother confirming the hysterical woman's statement. Melchior had confided in him and asked for 200 marks so that he might flee